The PDX Broadsides cover Matricula. Carrie Dalby covers Wild Dandelion. These songs and so many more can be yours today with a donation to the Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation. Filker Song Swap presents Cover to Cover, featuring 27 cover songs in all the genres: filk, folk, geek folk, and death metal. Go to swap.socialjusticebards.com today.
This is the sound check song where we check the sound and begin. Can you hear me? Are there captions? No, I forgot to turn on the captions. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Is the microphone plugged in? Is the camera pointing where it ought to be? Am I more or less in sync? Do I have my ukuleles and a cup of tea to drink? There's so many ways this can go wrong, so I sing the sound check song. Hi everybody, my name is Tavani, and let me see about subtitles. I don't have the second microphone plugged in where I usually do, but whatever. Perhaps this will work. Not looking great, no. Okay, I should have set that up in advance. I didn't. I apologize. I don't got closed captions this time around. But hi everybody. Good afternoon. Hi Matricula. Hi Shell. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a callback. I did this one twice before because I was rehearsing for a cover album, and that cover album is now out, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But anyway, this was my contribution. I got a tiny little octopus. He's trying hard to be anonymous. He says he's just a cool rhinoceros, but that is a lie. I don't know why he hides. 8 legs, and all of them are running to a safe place below the kitchen sink. He's got a good friend who doesn't understand but wants to give him a hand when he's scared. Is it the cat who's always prowling round the front door and wants to get inside? Is it the loud noise from just across the way? Oh, how I wish he would say, but he's scared. I got a tiny little octopus. He's trying hard to be anonymous. He says he's just a cool rhinoceros, but that is a lie. I don't know why he hides. Please come out and talk about what's got you so upset. Is it time to change your mind? Oh, not yet. I don't know what's gotten into him. It's not like the way he used to be. I wish that. Make some room for me because I don't want to see why I'm scared. I got a tiny little octopus. He's trying hard to be anonymous. He says he's just a cool rhinoceros, but that is a lie. I don't know why he, hey there, tiny little octopus, it's okay to be scared sometimes. We all need a place to hide. Hey there, tiny little octopus, it's okay to be scared sometimes. We all need a place to hide. I got a tiny little octopus. He's trying hard to be anonymous. He says he's just a cool rhinoceros, but that is a lie. I don't know why he hides. So yeah, that's Tiny Little Octopus, originally by the PDX Broadsides. And this is my contribution to the album, which has 27 tracks, each by somebody covering somebody else involved there. I have Professor Willow Has a Farm is covered by Beth Kinderman. Matricula is covered by the PDX Broadsides and in turn covers somebody else. I am trying to remember who. I don't remember. The Dots and Lines in chat also is involved in this. So yeah, it's basically it's 27 covers by 27 other Filk artists. The styles run the gamut all the way from folk to death metal. That's Toy Boat on there. It's definitely a testament to the wide umbrella that the Filk encompasses. And you can, it will be free on Bandcamp at the end of the week, but you can also get it right now if you want by going to swap.socialjusticebards.com. The link is in the doobly-doo below. And if you donate as little as $1 to the Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation, you can get access to it today. And you can tell all your friends that you got access to it first. Also, if I happen to recognize who you are, I can have bragging rights that my fans have contributed more, but that's not your problem. Nobody's actually doing any bragging involved here, as far as I know. But anyway, yeah, the Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation gives money to high school music programs, particularly in communities that have less funding, and I think getting kids into music or helping nurture their talent, I think, is definitely a good cause, and it's a particularly good one for this project. I am proud to be involved in it, yeah. So please do check that out. If there's anything else I'm forgetting, Matricula or Dots and Lines, feel free to throw it in chat. But I think that's basically about covers it. I did not mean that to be a pun, but sure. Otherwise... Also, well, actually, no. I'm going to go on to this in the meantime, which is also a cover of the... Wait, why didn't... Hang on. Did I accidentally close the... Of course I did. Why would I not have... Is it not loading? That's odd. Okay, Okay, anyway, this is the song by Double Clicks. I'm giving up on certain things like bicycles and gardening. I'm walking to the grocery store because the rain has started in my city, and though the greenery is pretty, it's not enough to get me out the door. 'Tis the season now of gray and brown, of giving up and sitting down and layering and woolly socks. I'm celebrating solitude and eating soup instead of food and never walking more than 7 blocks. 'Cause I've got cats, and I've got Netflix, I've got games, and I've got snack mix, and I am gonna stay indoors for 4 or 5 months or more. I'll have several 5-blanket nights, forget to book my Christmas flights, and procrastinate Halloween. And as a consolation prize for heavy clouds that fill the skies, there's pumpkin spice in everything. Every morning it gets darker out, I'm gonna wear these markers out with all these lists of things I'll never do. And when my motivation's gone, I'll order snacks from Amazon and try to knit a scarf for you. 'Cause I've got cats, and I've got Netflix, I've got games, and I've got snack mix, and I am gonna stay indoors for 4 or 5 months or more. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I've got plans, I'm gonna make things. If I get hungry, I might even bake things. They say fall is only passing through, but I don't really want it to. 'Cause we've got cats, and we've got Netflix, we've got games, and we've got snack mix, and we are gonna stay indoors for 4 or 5 months or more. Yeah, heated blankets are great. Weighted blankets also, big fan. So yeah, that was by the Double Clicks, of whom one of the members, Laser, is currently right now in the middle of a 24-hour marathon watching Doctor Who in chronological order. which is a concept. Becca basically recut the entire run of the series from Classic Who on down, putting every scene in order from when it actually takes place. So, like, from the Big Bang to the future, and ignoring anything about internal chronology, which I am told is a good way to watch the series. I actually I'm not convinced, but sure. Anyway, that started yesterday around 5 p.m. Eastern, so about 22 hours ago. I don't know how they're holding up. I did not have a chance to tune in the past few hours. So if you want to bail out on me, feel free. Otherwise, if you want to check in after the stream, they will still be going. That is at twitch.tv/lasertheboy or stitchesinti.me for more information on that. That is a charity benefit as well. It is benefiting the Los Angeles LGBT Center, which sounds like a fabulous cause to me. So yes, that may be of interest. This is not that stream, and if you were confused about whether this was that stream, I have a song here which will hopefully clear that up, or so I assume from the title. I don't want to be the filler if the void is solely yours. I don't want to be your glass of single malt whiskey hidden in the bottom drawer. I don't want to be your bandage if the wound is not mine. Lend me some fresh air. I don't want to be adored for what I merely represent to you. I don't want to be your babysitter, you're a really big boy now. I don't want to be your mother, I didn't carry you in my womb for 9 months. Show me the back door. Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'd find some way to sneak me in, and find the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You see, it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. Oh, I am not the... I don't want to be the sweeper of the eggshells that you walk upon, and I don't want to be your other half. I believe that 1 and 1 make 2. I don't want to be your food or the light from the fridge on your face at midnight. Hey, what are you hungry for? I don't want to be the glue that holds your pieces together. I don't want to be your idol. See, this pedestal is heighted. I'm afraid of heights. I don't want to be lived through a vicarious occasion. Please open the window. Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'd find some way to sneak me in, and mind the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You see, it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. Oh, I am not the... Oh, I don't want to live on someday when my motto is next week, and I don't want to be responsible for your fractured heart and your wounded beat. I don't want to be a substitute for the smoke you've been inhaling. Well, what do you thank me? What do you thank me for? Visiting hours are 9 to 5, and if I show up at 6:10, well, I already know that you'd find some way to sneak me in, and mind the empty bottle with the holes along the bottom. You see, it's too much to ask for, and I am not the doctor. Oh, I am not the... Yeah, I've also always liked this one. I'm not sure I would have had the guts to attempt it if I hadn't had the excuse of a bad bit of wordplay here. yeah. I've got a couple things. Let's go on to this one. So Lizzie Hilliard has an album that just came out, Growth Volume 3, and this is a song from it, which I am not going to do as well as she does. But that's okay. We sway in perfect unison, left knee above the right. Matching bags of sleep beneath our eyes. A capsule of the world is in this little train, so tight, with faces I can almost recognize. Nora reads the paper, Jeff thinks through the day. Melissa listens to a podcast on the CIA. And Ted is headed home to wife and baby on the way, on the 506 train from everywhere. Alice does her homework, Deborah's on a date. Amy is a runner, and Michael's running late. And Eunice asks how soon is the connection to her gate on the 506 train from everywhere. It's just a short commute from here to the unknown, but I'm so grateful knowing I'm not going it alone. We sway in perfect unison, left knee above the right. A couple bumps and rattles we can bear. A capsule of the world is in this little train, so tight, the 506 train from everywhere. On the 506 train from everywhere. Yeah. So yeah, this is probably my favorite song on the album, but there's also lots of other good stuff on there. She actually just got onto Bandcamp. She had been reluctant because if you're on all the other platforms, you can do it all a one-stop thing, just put it on DistroKid basically. But Bandcamp requires being done separately, which is... Anyway, but I did say that I wanted it on there, and she put it there, so it would be nice if people actually used it and vindicated me on that. Yeah, trains are the only form of transportation I can read on. I get motion sick on everything else, which... Okay, why does that... Okay, this isn't just me. Okay, the thing I was doing on here, in fact, is falling apart on its own. I don't know why. Okay, so if you like trains, here's another one. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns a staring out the window at the darkness, till boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, and knowing what their cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em. know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he'd finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette and faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Yeah, my voice is kind of shot this month, and I apologize for that. Yeah, I'm not in the very best shape at the moment. I also did something to my leg earlier in the week, and it feels like there's been an icicle being stabbed into my thigh, so that's fun. And I didn't even know that for the first few days because my apartment had heating, well, whatever, the heat was off. So all of me was cold, and it wasn't until the heat finally came on that I was able to notice that. So that's lots of fun. But anyway, continuing on the train theme, let me tell you of a story about a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, went to ride on the MTA. And will he ever return? No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Charlie handed in his dime at the Scully Square station as he trained for Jamaica plane. When he got there, the conductor told him one more nickel. Charlie couldn't get off of that train. But will he ever return? No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now all night long Charlie rides through the station crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my brother in Roxbury? And will he ever return? No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Charlie's wife goes down to the Scully Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train goes rumbling through. Will he ever return? No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Skimble Shanks, the railway cat, the cat from the railway train. Never mind. Now you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase, vote for George O'Brien, get poor Charlie off the MTA. Will he ever return? No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever 'neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. And thank you both for that. Is the chat working, by the way? Yes, it is. Good. Cats. Yes. Actually, speaking of cats, you know what? I'm going to go off the train theme for a bit. And, hang on. Page view. So this one I couldn't play last month because SAG-AFTRA strike was still going, and it was from Cats, the 2019 masterpiece, the last film I have seen on the big screen. I saw it for the second time before the pandemic. I was looking forward to seeing one of the, quote, rowdy screenings, which was starting to become a thing, and yeah. Anyway. Follow me home, if you dare to. I wouldn't know where to lead you. Should I take chances when no one took chances on me? So I watched from the dark, wait for my life to start with no beauty in my memory. All that I wanted was to be wanted. Too young to wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing, at least you have something, something to cling to. Visions of dazzling rooms I'll never get let into. And the memories were lost long ago. Hey, but at least you have beautiful ghosts. There's a key signature change here, which I've yet to figure out how to do cleanly. Anyway, perilous night, their voices calling, a flicker of light before the dawning. Out here the wild ones are taming the fear within me, scared to call them my friends and be broken again. Is this hope just a mystical dream? All that I wanted was to be wanted. Too young to wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing, at least you have something, something to cling to. Visions of dazzling rooms I'll never get let into. And the memories were lost long ago. But at least you have beautiful ghosts. And so maybe my home isn't what I had known, what I thought it would be. But I feel so alive with these phantoms of night, and I know that this life isn't safe, but it's wild and it's free. All that I wanted was to be wanted. I'll never wander London streets alone and haunted. Born into nothing, with them I have something, something to cling to. I never knew I loved this world they let me into. And the memories were lost long ago. So I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts. And the memories were lost long ago. So I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts. Close enough. Okay, I do also have one more. Incidentally, today's t-shirt is non-binary icon shirt. I first saw this one when Laser got it, and anyway, let's get this back here. Anything else I'm forgetting? Actually, yes. Before I move on, let me. So my patrons are literally paying for this stream, and I'd like to thank them for that. Hang on. You can find that at patreon.com/SR510. If you don't want the long-term commitment, there's also a link down below for my Buy Me a Coffee thing, which, yeah, for one-time payment. In my case, it's Buy Me a Tea, that being my drink of choice. But anyway, the idea stands. Otherwise, my sister also is a long-time sponsor, maybe not in the same literal sense as the patrons, but certainly in my life. Yeah. This is from, I think it's from Redbubble or TeePublic. I can find a link. But yeah, I think Laser has it on black, maybe. I don't remember anymore. But I like purple. And my sister does custom jewelry, which, hang on, I think this will work if I can find the window, which, hang on, here we are. Yeah. So basically, she does custom beading. She does charms, she does bracelets, she does pendants, earrings, that sort of thing. And all of the stuff can be is basically you're commissioning it to be custom made. So I actually have this exact one, I think, or if not, one close enough to it that you can't tell the difference. I think it's actually this one. But you could also have it done in purple or in black or red or any color combination you want that you can find the beads for, basically. So if you're interested in something just to make a great holiday gift, I think there's still time to get something done for Christmas or Festivus or Kwanzaa. Hanukkah, maybe the last days, you can check in with her. It may depend on what beads she has on hand and how complicated a project you want. But basically, yeah, she does good work. Yeah, non-binary flag bracelet. Pride flags are also a thing you could have. That sort of thing. Okay, so thus ends that sale. That's at aristadevelopment.com. And okay, I think that's it for sponsors. Back to train songs. I think this is no, actually, no, okay. Train whistle blowing makes a sleepy noise. Underneath their blankets go NB's girls and boys. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Yeah, see those bottom notes? I usually have those. Driver at the engine, fireman rings the bell, Sandman swings a lantern to show that all is well. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Maybe it is raining where our train will ride. All the little travelers are warm and snug inside. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Somewhere there is sunshine, somewhere there is day, somewhere there is Morningtown, many miles away. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. All bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Yeah, I actually first heard the song on Bert and Ernie's Sing-Along, an album from Sesame Street. There was originally, I was hoping to do a Sesame Street song on this related train, which is Subway, which is a great song, and it wasn't until I went to work out the chords so I could cover it that I discovered that it, in fact, has 2 key changes along the way, and it's hard, and I don't wanna. So I'm not doing that one. But if you haven't heard it, it's very 70s. Look it up on YouTube, Subway from Sesame Street. But I can do this one, and will. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash. I have here a sneaker that's tattered and worn. It's all full of holes and the laces are torn. A gift from my mother the day I was born. I love it because it's trash. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Sorry. Oh, I love trash. I have have here some newspaper, 13 months old. I wrapped fish inside it, it's smelly and cold, but I wouldn't trade it for a big pot of gold. I love it because it's trash. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty, anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash. I have a clock that won't work and an old telephone, a broken umbrella, a rusty trombone, and I am delighted to call them my own. I love them because they're trash. Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty, anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash. Oh, wait, that was it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. The last line's supposed to be, oh, I love trash. Okay. Yeah, Oscar is probably my second favorite Sesame Street Muppet. My favorite is also my Facebook avatar, Prairie Dawn. They're both Order Muppets, so this makes sense. And yes, Oscar is an Order Muppet, not a Chaos Muppet. I will die on this hill. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, on my sister's website, you can use coupon code DEC23 for, I think it's 15% off. That's also in the description. I have that, I'm pretty sure. Is there anything else I have in the description that I'm forgetting about? Let me just double check. If I can find it. Actually, no, not easily. Okay, well, you can look yourself, I guess, and find out. I think I've covered everything that I was supposed to. Probably should do something vaguely original here. This is called Glurp's Filk. It is, of course, a Filk song based on the TV show we all know and love, Ships of the Northern Fleet. Glurp being played by Pat Lawler. Anyway, swiggity swaggity, we're blowing up gravity, keeping the fleet in the air. With the help of our techs and some special effects, let those who oppose us beware. Our captain may bail, so we're gonna set sail to take on the Necronaut Scourge. They think they're immortal, but we have a portal, and soon they'll be singing a dirge. Swiggity swaggity, we're blowing up gravity, keeping the fleet way up high. For answers we'll search and we'll sell lots of merch, so listen to our battle cry. Watch out for the tars of the sky. Updraft! Okay. Moving onwards, do I have... Okay, this is not going to self-destruct this time. Good. I probably should do some other originals while I'm at it. Anything you want to hear? Otherwise... Let's try... Hang on a sec. Let's go with this one. And if you want to play along at home, this is actually the... If I can find it. Oh, that's odd. Am I in the right? Yeah, I am. Oh, here we are. This is actually what I'm looking at, so hopefully I remember the lyrics this time around. One Tuesday near the Jamba Juice, I saw a tiny shop. It was selling superpowers at $1,000 a pop. Now I was feeling really hurt, I was dumped the day before. I asked for invulnerability and the merchant answered sure. Now laser beams bounce off of me, bullets do the same. Sticks and stones can't break my bone, but what about the names? Wanted to be safe from pain, wanted to be free. Turns out invulnerability ain't what it's supposed to be. High spend my days fighting crime, working with goodwill. 'Cause with great power, blah blah blah, I'm sure you know the drill. But every night I'm at the mall, looking for a tiny store. And if I ever find that one again, they're gonna hear me roar. 'Cause laser beams bounce off of me, bullets do the same. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but what about the names? Wanted to be safe from pain, wanted to be free. Turns out invulnerability ain't what it's supposed to be. Just sign here, said the merchant. Sign the fine print's legal jargon. But later on I read it, it clarified the bargain. Our service has limits, you're sure to find out. It won't change this for your shame of self-doubt. Your empathy won't be affected a smidge. Tell your best friend, keep away from the fridge. People may hate you in spite of your help. Folks that you say may be hateful on Yelp. Imprudent investments may cost you your shirt. Though nothing can touch you, you still can be hurt. Now laser beams bounce off of me. Bullets do the same. Sticks and stones can't break my bones. But what about the names? I wanted to be safe from pain, wanted to be free. Turns out invulnerability ain't what it's supposed to be. I want a refund. Yeah. Okay, given... Oh, I should take that down. How is everybody else today, by the way? Otherwise, that's... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wrote that one originally for Dr. Jess Hebert of the PDX Broadside had a stream at the beginning of the pandemic called Anthology. It was basically devoted to people who, doing social distancing, mostly were in bands and were trying to perform solo because that's all they could do in the Zoom era. And in my case, I was already a solo artist, but regardless, I went on there and I ended up writing this one just in time for that. It was also based on a prompt by Molly Lewis for a short revival of Masters of the Song Fu. Although I didn't actually end up meeting the prompt. The prompt was supposed to be write a theme song for a superhero TV show, which is not how it came out, but soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, 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 purr. Yeah, sorry, I don't think I've ever actually played that one before. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I played this one since a while. Also, this one I think I first covered early in the pandemic, and anyway, here goes nothing. That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and aeroplane. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself churn, world serves its own needs, don't misserve your own needs, speed it up and knock speed, run no strength, no ladder, sets to clatter with the fear of fight, down height, wire in a fire representing 7 games, in a government for hire and a combat site, lots of Weston coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team by team reporters baffle Trump tethered prop. Look at that low plane. Fine then. Overflow population common group, but it'll do. Save yourself, serve yourself. World serves its own needs. Listen to your heart bleed. Telling with the rapture and the reverent and the right. Right, you vitriolic, patriotic slam fight. Bright light, feeling pretty psyched. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. 6 o'clock TV hour, don't get caught in foreign tower, slash and burn, return, listen to yourself, churn, lock 'em in, uniform, book, burning blood, letting, emotive escalate, automotive incinerate, light a candle, light a vote, step down, watch a heel, crush, this means no fear, cavalier, renegade and steering clear, turn 'em into lies, offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, and I decline, it's the end of the world as we know it. feel fine. The other night I dreamt of nice continental drift divide, mountain sit in a line, Leonard Bernstein, Leonid Brezhnev, Lenny Bruce and Lester Bangs, with the Cardiff cheesecake, jelly bean, boom, you symbiotic, patriotic, slam butt neck, right? Right, it's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. I feel fine. Yeah, it really is missing the harmony in there, the counterpoint. That's what I'm looking for. So thank you, Dotson Lines, for filling that in. So on that, hang on. So speaking of, yeah, so this is basically, I guess, heading into the morbid section of this live stream. Kind of. And on to the Mighty Giants. I returned a bag of groceries accidentally taken off the shelf before the expiration date. I came back as a bag of groceries accidentally taken off the shelf before the date stamped on myself. Did a large procession wave their torches as my head fell in the basket? And was everybody dancing on the casket? Now it's over, I'm dead and I haven't done anything that I want. Or I'm still alive and there's nothing I want to do. I will never say the word procrastinate again. I'll never see myself in the mirror with my eyes closed. I didn't apologize for when I was 8 and I made my younger brother have to serve my every whim. Did a large procession wave their torches as my head fell in the basket? And was everybody dancing on the casket? Now it's over, I'm dead and I haven't done everything that I want. Or I'm still alive and there's nothing I want to do. So I won't sit at home anymore, and you won't see my head in the window, and I won't be around ever anymore, and I'll be up there on the wall at the store. I returned a bag of groceries accidentally taken off the shelf before the expiration date. I came back as a bag of groceries accidentally taken off the shelf before the date stamped on myself. Did a large procession wave their torches as my head fell in the basket? And was everybody dancing on the casket? Now it's over, I'm dead and I haven't done anything that I want. Or I'm still alive and there's nothing I want to do. Now it's over, I'm dead and I haven't done anything that I want. Or I'm still alive and there's nothing I want to do. Yeah, I love that one. Incidentally, before I forget, so this stream, as most of you know, is normally the fourth Sunday of the month. This coming month, in December, the fourth Sunday will in fact be Christmas Eve. So, since I would like people to actually be here, I'm not going to be doing it then. It will instead be the week earlier, on December 17th. And I'll be doing all the holiday songs. And as, again, most of you know, I have 3 holiday EPs on Bandcamp, which are all pay as you want. So I'll be doing songs from that and other, mostly comedy, holiday, by which I mean Christmas, songs. So I look forward to that every year. It's a lot of great music, which I never do in any other time of the year. So, yeah. Otherwise, this is a song that probably should not be covered on the ukulele, but I decided to try it earlier this year anyway, and here goes. When I was a young boy, My father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you, a phantom, to lead you in the summer, to join the Black Parade. Sometimes I get the feeling she's watching over me, and other times I feel like I should go. And through it all, the rise and fall, the bodies in the streets, and when you're gone, we want you all to know we'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on, will carry on. And in my heart, I can't explain it. The anthem won't explain it. A world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. Your misery and hate will kill us all. So paint it black and take it back. Shout it loud and clear. Defiant to the end, we'll hear the call to carry on. We'll carry on. And though. Sorry. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. Will carry on. Though you're broken and defeated, your weary widow marches on and on. We carry through the fears. Oh, oh, oh. Disappointed faces of your peers. Oh, oh, oh. Take a look at me because I could not hear at all. Do or die, you'll never make me because the world never take my heart. Go and try, you'll never break me. We want it all. We want to play this part. I won't explain or say I'm sorry. I'm unashamed. I'm gonna show my scars. Give a cheer for all the broken. Listen here, because it's who we are. It's who we are. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. Though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. Close enough. The thing with this song is that most of it's the same pattern the whole way through, but the D chord repeats 3 times in the course of the pattern, and it's really easy to lose track of what you're up to. And anyway, it's fine. Everything's fine. This is getting a jump on the holiday season, actually. This is also a song about death. And it's a song that for some reason is the centerpiece song in Emmett Otter's jug band Christmas. And I don't think I had heard it before last year. Lizzie Hilliard, the aforementioned, did an advent calendar on TikTok last year, 25 days of Christmas songs. And then shortly after that, I actually saw Emmett Otter's jug band Christmas for the first time. So anyway, and I like it. When the mountain touches the valley, all the clouds are taught to fly. Thus our souls will leave this land most peacefully. Though our minds be filled with questions, in our hearts will understand when the river meets the sea. Like a flower that has blossomed in the dry and barren sand, we are born and born again most gracefully. Thus the winds of time will take us with a sure and steady hand when the river meets the sea. Patience, my brother, and patience, my son, in that sweet and final hour, truth and justice will be done. Like a baby when it is sleeping in its loving mother's arms. What a newborn baby dreams is a mystery. But his life will find a purpose, and in time he'll understand when the river meets the sea. When the river meets the almighty sea. That might be the fastest performance of the song on record. Problem is, once I strap in, it's sort of hard to do anything about it. Okay, if there are any last requests, let me know now. Otherwise, I may actually... I think I'm going to go with one more cover of Tom Smith and Rob Boulder wrote a song, Rich Fantasy Live, which I have tweaked slightly, but it's still essentially their song. Tom Smith is yet another one of the people who are on the cover to cover album. Please tell me I can do this without it. Yes, good. Okay. That waiter at Pete's who took so long to see you and left you to stand in the doorway with his stringy red hair and his 1,000-yard stare. In his mind, he's the princess of Norway. As he takes down your order, she's crossing the fjord. Her white stallion fits foam as it races. Many Vikings have died trying to take her as bride, but a villain gets all her embraces. Rich fantasy lives. Somehow he survives in a world he contrives. Inhibited trans folks and frustrated buys lead rich fantasy lives. The gal from IT resurrects your PC with a boredom she barely suppresses. Though she rarely converses, she has more universes in her head than you've got addresses. She war games through weekends, leads armies and legions. She doesn't care how well you putted. She's browsing reality's infinite palette. She's seen yours, yours doesn't cut it. Rich fantasy lives. She quietly thrives in a world she contrives. Technodrone insects in cubicle hives lead rich fantasy lives. We're piling up fears, but we're out of frontiers. Some need to escape, but there's nowhere. Can't go to the moon, at least anytime soon. But an inner space trip costs you no fear. So don't be unkind to a wandering mind. Just say it again if we missed it. Some whispering poem was calling us home to a place we know never existed. Rich fantasy lives. Our peace-bonded knives and our hyperspace drives until that old wardrobe or TARDIS arrives. We have rich fantasy lives. Rich fantasy lives. Our comic shop dives and our Babylon 5s till something better than this world arrives. Fully rich fantasy lives. Rich fantasy lives. Okay, thank you all very much for coming. hopefully I'll be in better shape next month for the Christmas show. And yeah, Laser and Becca's Marathon is still going. You can check that out on Twitch right now at twitch.tv/lasertheboy. Thank you all so very much. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Again, check out Cover to Cover at swap.socialjusticebars.com. Again, top link in the description. And yep, see you later. Thanks again. Bye.